know. But you know what? When I got the invitation, it's about 3 weeks ago, and when Carlos said, Miguel, it's time. It's time for us to go ahead and show the world that California is ready to take a hold of all those English-speaking people. How many of you are excited today? I mean, a little bit about me, in case you don't know. I'm Mexicano. I was born in Mexico. I'm the youngest of 15 kids. I mean, look at your hand. Both of them, you need fingers to keep counting. So I'm the youngest of 15 kids, and when I was, what is this? I got it. And, okay. When I was, my mom and my dad brought us here when I was 11 years old. And when they brought me here, it was their stories. My mom made sure that I heard who she was and how much they worked. And they worked in agriculture. I mean, we took care of the land, and the land fed us. But when we came here, my mom said, Mijo, you have to go to school. You have to get an education. You have to get a degree so you don't bust your you-know-what as hard as I did. Thank you very much. Give it up for Brenda again. Thank you. So I dedicated myself to going to school. My mom never came to any of the school meetings, not because she didn't want to, not because she didn't speak English. She didn't know how to read or write. And I never took it personal. I understood. I never met my mom with black hair. And I'm kind of giving you this little bit of background so that you know where I come from, so that you know that this opportunity is as real as you make it. So what I did is that I went through school, 17, 18 years old, graduated from high school, top of the class, 13 scholarships. So I thought, okay, UCLA, I'm ready. And that's when it hit me. I was undocumented then. I couldn't go to the university I wanted. So what I did is that I ended up going to just a regular community college, Compton College, that is. Thank God for that college out there. No, I mean it. I mean, I was disillusioned at the beginning, but I thought, okay, God, there must be a plan. You must have something for me waiting in store. I just got to be patient. Okay, so I got my degree in psychology and philosophy, and my first job out with my degree was Jack in the Box. It's a true story. This burden that we carry as undocumented people, and I'm saying this to all of you out there that know somebody that is in that situation. You gotta let them know that there's an opportunity for them. You gotta let them know that there's a guy that stood in front of you and shared his real life story so that you could be inspired and other people could be inspired as well. So what happened with me, thank you for that. So what happened with me is that I started working 2 years later in the healthcare preventive field. I ran a women's clinic, and then I became a director of a primary care clinic in Bellflower, making good money, you could say, and that's when my sister came to me. She came to me and she spoke to me about this company. She said, there's a company out there that is transforming, that is changing the research in the natural supplement field. There's a company out there that I learned there's a product that could help, that could support my 2 children. That's my sister, that's my 2 nephews. Michael and Moy. Michael had a severe autism, and Moy had a mild autism. And so my sister came to me and she said, I don't know anybody else that I trust the most that could honestly tell me if this product could work for them. So what I did is that I started looking into the opportunity. I never knew that it was beyond what she saw. She just saw an opportunity for her children to get a better life. She wasn't seeing. They hadn't told her. She hadn't captured the vision. And that's why tonight I feel so responsible and so happy that you walk away, especially those of you that are here for the first time, that you walk away knowing exactly what happened in my life, what triggered me to become a different human being, and believe in myself and in my gifts and talents, because that's all you have to do. I want you to look to the person next to you and say, that's all you have to do. Believe in your gifts and your talents. Now, before I tell you about the company that my sister talked to me about, I want to see who came here for the first time. Please raise your hand. Okay, INT California, you ready? Let's give them a big round of applause. Because all of you, I can sense it. You guys are ready to change your life. You would not come here if the person that invited you had not told you what we're about. We're about to change people's lives, transforming one by one. We are for life research. Don't forget about the research, okay? That's very important. Because we were founded in 1998 by this great couple, people of service. People that are out there making a difference in people's lives. Are you kidding me? I was born in a very small rancho town in Mexico. Which, by the way, the area that was almost devastated by Hurricane Patricia. They say that that's the mean aunt of Nino. So that was a joke. Anyway, David and Bianca Lisson-B, they opened this company 18 years ago. Our paths crossed May the 18th, 2011. And I thank God for that opportunity. For that day when these great people, they didn't have me in mind. Are you kidding? They had the world in mind. They had everyone that is ready to change their lives in mind. I happen to be one of those people. I was ready in 2011. I was already tired. I was making good money. But I was sharing with someone, I don't know, I think it was Kiana. I was sharing with her that I loved my job Monday through Thursday. But Fridays was the worst day of my life. Because of reports, because of the phone calls, my managers, all the things that I needed to answer to. And it was one of those days, and I was ready. I was already stressed out, and I kept on looking at my life and thinking, is this it? Is this what adult life looks like? But I'm here to tell you, especially you, if you're younger than 35, I'm here to tell you, no, it's not supposed to be like that. You can change it. This company did it for me. Just in the first year of its launch, 4Life Research grew in the market 6,135%. Give it up for that. Because that solidifies the business. We have so many recognitions. I mean, I could spend the whole night talking to you about all the recognitions, but Inc. 500 is the first magazine that when I had never heard about it, okay? I was never into business. I never sold a thing. I was into psychology and the mind and people. And I was always a pretty good guy, but never into business. So when I saw this magazine, I picked up the magazine, I started looking it up. I challenge you, okay, if you're here for the first time, look it up. 4Life Research, this magazine gathers 20,000 companies, and they study those companies for a period of 5 years. I don't know about you, but if you had a company that was studied for 5 years period of time out of 20,000 companies, and you were selected number 15, would you be happy? Yeah, of course. But you know what? Not only were we selected number 15, but from the first to the 14th company, none of them had anything to do with network marketing nor the wellness revolution. And that deserves a big round of applause. So we're all around the world. We're everywhere. And I'm so excited about this screen. You see where the star is? That's exactly where I was born. And not just in Mexico. It's actually right in the center of Jalisco. So that's great. Anywhere. You know what? I'm so excited because just about a week ago, somebody from Bakersfield enrolled. He's my third level. And he called me up and he said, Miguel, my job requires me to travel to Saudi Arabia. And so I go out there every year like 3 or 4 times. And so I made really good friends. I've gone over there for almost 10 years. And I'm going to take a diamond kit to Saudi Arabia. If you ask me to pinpoint where Saudi Arabia is in the map, I won't be able to do this. But I can tell you this, the fact that there's going to be people out there that are going to be part of this, doesn't that excite you? Because it excites me. Yeah. And I can't wait for a Saudi Arabian to be excited as I am to change his or her life. So that lets you know. There you go. Now we are in this wellness evolution. Perhaps some of you were born in the 80s. I get it. Perhaps some of you were born in the 90s, but let me give you a little bit of history. In the 70s, what started changing people's lives and what started supporting the health, the wellness revolution, was as simple as a vitamin. A multivitamin did it for you. Granted, back then we didn't have all the health threats that we have now, right? Was the world the same way? No. I see some of you very young. I was born in 79. I don't remember the 70s. It's true. I mean, I was a month old when he was born, because I was born in December. But for those of you that are a little older, I won't point to nobody around here, but for people that are older, they remember the 70s, and they know that the 70s came with, several threats, but not as many as the 80s. In the 80s, you could support your health with herbs. Technology allowed us to do research on herbs. And this whole concept of herbs started supporting people's health. In the 90s, antioxidants and phytonutrients. Technology, say it with me, technology. Technology. Thank God for technology. 4Life Research in the year 2000 set a precedent and came out here to tell everybody else, all the other companies, hey, I'm here, y'all can leave, I'm good, I got it. They came with transfer factor. Thank you. You know, transfer factor, a concept, a word I have never heard, okay? And I have been working in the medical field, in the preventive side, the mental health, for about 10 years, so I probably should have run into it, never heard it. There's a lot of doctors out there that don't know that this even exists. But 4Life Research in the year 2000 was already established as the company, say it with me, of the future.
Of the future.
Look at that, year 2000. How many years have gone by? 15 years. Does it look like we are the future? Yes. INT California, are we the future?
Yes.
We're making it, and we need you. You need me. We need each other to make this even better. In the year 2013, again, 4Life came and said, all right, I'm going to get the best technology out there, and I'm going to create a super product, transfer factor renewal, with nano factor. And I'm going to make something really quick. Nano factor is what these smartphones have. Nano factor. Something that can be measurable is the smallest measurable concept, nanotechnology. Your phone has it, your laptop has it, your refrigerator has it. Don't you want to drink it? Yes. Nanotechnology here to make your life easier. Now, I'm going to put a video for you. It's just going to be a minute because about 25 years ago, Bill Gates, you all know Bill Gates, right? For some of you that don't, Bill Gates is the one that came up with this concept of computers. And when he told the world that he was ready to see a computer in every people's house, they made fun of him. They laughed at him so hard. They said, you're crazy. Now, how many computers do we have at home?
3, 4.
3, 4. I mean, your car has a computer, first of all. So if you drive a car, you have a computer. If you have a phone, that's it. I want you to pay attention to this because now they asked Bill Gates, what do you foresee for the future? What do you see coming to humanity? So pay attention to this video, and we'll get right back. Give it up for the video.
Why don't you describe what it is you're worried about, what it is that the nightmare scenario looks like?
Fortunately, there's very few things, and most of them are very low probability. Some big volcanic explosion, gigantic earthquake, asteroid. But at least in the nuclear case, you've got to say we take it quite seriously. We budget a lot of money, have a lot of people who think about nuclear deterrence. And I'm very glad that work's being done, and I rate the chance of a nuclear war in my lifetime as being fairly low. I rate the chance of a widespread epidemic far worse than Ebola in my lifetime is well over 50%. If we look at the 20th century and we look at the death chart of the 20th century, I think everybody would say, oh yeah, there must be a spike for World War I. Sure enough, there it is, like 25 million. And there must be a big spike for World War II, and there it is, it's like 65 million. But then you'll see this other spike that is as large as World War II, right after World War I. And most people, a lot of people would say, well, what? What was that? There's two kinds of flus. There's flus that spread between humans very effectively, and there's flus that kill lots of people. And those two properties have only been combined into a widespread flu once in history. Well, that is Spanish flu. We have no idea where it came from. It's called the Spanish flu because the Spanish press was the freest. They were the first to talk openly about it. And so in the annals of epidemic history, that's the big event. I funded a disease modeling group that uses computer simulation, and that work has been phenomenal in helping us target our polio eradication resources and which parts of Nigeria should we work harder on. And it's very natural, if you have a group like that, to say, hey, look at something like a Spanish flu in the modern day. Health systems are far better. And so you think, hey, that wouldn't be very bad. Well, we tried it, and there are some assumptions we had to make. But what we showed is that the force of infection because of modern transport, which compared to 1918 is over 50 times as great. And so if you get something like the flu, and you look at that map of how within days, it's basically in all urban centers of the entire globe, that is very eye-opening. That didn't happen with Spanish flu in the past. The opportunity to do more than just let it run its course is really only in the last decade. Basically, when you talk about drugs, you can talk about small molecules or talk about these complex biological protein-like things, which is a subclass called antibodies. Antibodies are the molecules that the immune system naturally builds to attack disease. Today, the idea that somebody says, oh, here's an antibody, make a lot of it, make it very quickly, that's right on the cutting edge. And the Ebola epidemic showed me that we're not ready for a serious epidemic. An epidemic that would be more infectious and would spread faster than Ebola did. This is the greatest risk of a huge tragedy. This is the most likely thing by far to kill over 10 million excess people in a year. We don't need to invest nearly what we do in military preparedness. This is something where less than $1 billion a year on R&D, medical surveillance, standby personnel, cross-training the military so they can play a role in terms of all the logistics here. This can be done, and we may not get many more warnings like this one to say, okay, it's a pretty modest investment to avoid something that really, in terms of the human condition, would be a gigantic setback.
Wow. Thank you. Can you clap? Go ahead. What does that mean to you? So he's telling us that the next health threat is gonna come, and we need to be, say it with me, prepared. We need to prepare. Why? Because we need to prepare with our technology. We need to start looking into antibodies. We need to start looking into molecules. And we have the certifications to say and declare that our technology, nanotechnology, transferceutical science, which is the research that Fort Life carries, it's certified around the world. We have our patents. And not only that, but let me be very real and very honest with you, because I want you to know me as someone that speaks from the heart. When my sister came to the clinic where I worked, she told me that this product that I'm going to talk to you about, transfer factor, was in this physician desk reference, in this PDR. What is this book? For those of you that may not know, this is the book that doctors come and consult, that every physician, every registered nurse in the United States come to this book for a prescription for you, a drug prescription, okay? You're diabetic, they give you metformin from this book, and they tell you all the side effects. What is awesome and amazing about our company, and I'm speaking to you that you're listening to this for the first time, okay? We are in this book. It's doctors recommended, and not only our company is listed the #1 company in here, natural supplements, no side effects, but our picture of transfer factor trifactor formula, it's actually here, and I'm gonna try to see if I can show it to you because, here it is. No, it's not here. It's right here. Transfer factor. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see Fort Life? There you go. Transfer factor trifactor formula. The only product in the world that has the ability to educate your immune system. You heard it. Bill Gates is selling us, and this interview was a couple of months old. So he's telling us that we need to start looking into that. Our product, it's called transfer factor. And I want to ask you this question. What price do you put on your health? Do you think, Jose, right? I remember. Jose, does your health has a price? No. That's what he thinks. But you know what? I'm here to tell you that it does. Because if I need to call the ambulance right now, how much would the trip to the hospital be? A couple of $1,000. So please don't, okay? We don't need that right now. Seriously, health has no price. But I'm here to tell you this. Look, our product is transfer factor. It's a molecule extracted from cow colostrum and egg yolk, and it has the ability to educate, strengthen, and what's best is to increase your immune system cell activity to scientifically proven 437%.
Yes.
There's no other product like that in the world. So I heard of a study that was done in Russia in which somebody with cancer, terminal illness, they were able to kill 99% of cancer cells within 48 hours. I want you to look to the person next to you and say, did you hear that? 48 hours. Because it doesn't register. It doesn't register. And I'm here to tell you that our line of products, it's so extensive that we have products to assist, to support the immune system of those people whose immune system is compromised. People that have an autoimmune disease. Out of the many threats that we have out there. I mean, look at the food we're consuming. Are you with me? Look at the food that we have, the choices that we have to eat. A lot of people, we're looking for the gluten-free or a cornstarch syrup-free, all those kinds of things that are killing us. But we have no option, right? I mean, a chicken is raised in a couple of weeks, and what do we bring to the table? That chicken with hormones. So obviously, we're being threatened. And we are giving you the opportunity to look into a product that is going to go to the core, to the main reason why you're getting sick, which is the immune system. We have a product like Transfer Factor Plus and Real Vida. How many of you want to look younger? Or is it just me? I mean, I realize, yes, don't beat this guy by this gray hair. I'm starting to dig it, but I started getting it when I was 18. But everybody wants to look younger. Everybody's into that. Rio Vida, here. These two products in a study in 2015, done in Auburn, Texas. 30 people were gathered. They were given the product on a daily basis, the daily recommended dose. And in 30 days, this product was able to rejuvenate the internal organs for 2 years. Woo! Who needs that? Yeah, give it up, because who needs that? Somebody whose joints hurt. Somebody whose pancreas stopped working. Somebody whose mind needs a little more support, to think better, to think different. So listen, we have a great product like Energy Glow Sticks, an energy that has no sugar. You know what that means? You don't have to give those energy drinks that you buy at the store, and I'm not going to give the free commercial. I know which one you're talking about, the one that gives you wings. Remember that one? It does not give you wings, it gives you a heart attack. Don't drink that. Don't let our kids drink that. It's totally bad. Energy Glow Stick is great. It gives you that pump, and it doesn't give you that drop. And especially, Resume. Now, for all the ladies that are here, sorry guys, I gotta address the ladies. If you're having issues with your significant other, if you know what I mean, I see children here, I'm not gonna get into that. You definitely want to give them Resume. Resume it'll revive that level of intimacy you want to have with your partner. To talk and communicate, if you know what I mean. Renuvo has 5 properties, and I'm gonna speak about the product so that you walk away with a little bit of knowledge. First of all, it gives you energy. Second of all, it's a natural antioxidant. It gets rid of all the toxicity in your body. Thirdly, it sharpens your brain. It just kind of gets you upbeat and on top. Fourthly, it's an anti-inflammatory for pelvis, for joints, for all the inflammation. When you go work out and you give it really hard, when you go work out with him, then you need to definitely, if you work out with him, trust me, you do need that Renuvo. But the 5th side effect of Renuvo, which is very positive, it helps with stamina. So guys, this is the product you want to try during the morning fasting, and you'll be very happy, and your wife will be smiling forever. So we have a line of products that will take care and support you. Listen, I don't want to spend another minute on the products. The products work. I saw it work on my nephews. 3 months into my nephews trying the product, they tried Transfer Factor Recall, which they did studies on that recall in Spain with children with autism specifically. So we found those research studies, and I told my sister, okay, give it to them. Michael had a case of autism in which his hands would flap every time he would get excited, which was like 100 times a day. Yeah, because he had this sensory overload. And so every time that he would get excited, his eyes would start shaking. He would shake back and forth. It was a pretty bad situation. 7 years old and he wouldn't say a word. He refused to speak, so we're all very frustrated, right? And as you can see, in my family, we like to talk. So we saw him and we didn't know what to do. 3 months into them trying the product, I go visit my sister and I play with Michael like every uncle would, right? Pull the hair, bunch of things. Just do a little blow air on his belly, little farts, the whole thing. And then I tell him, Michael, I'm gonna get some milk. He doesn't reply, so I go to the refrigerator as usual, no answer. I pour in some milk. He looks, he comes, and he pulls my scrub. So I was still working at the clinic, and he tells me, Uncle, I'm gonna give you milk, but that's my milk. You can't take it. I looked at him. This is the first time that I'm listening to Michael speak. I see my sister crying, and she said, you have to join forward. This is an opportunity to help people's lives.
Yes.
And you have the ability. You just don't know it yet. And this is where this opportunity started embracing me. It touched my heart. I saw my nephews. My nephews are now 11 and 10, and they're being re-diagnosed to remove the diagnosis of autism. They're out of special education classes. You talk to Michael, and he'll non-stop talking. That deserves a round of applause. First of all, oh, you start with all of that. First of all, you need there's a member number, okay, that I assure you, walk away with it tonight, take it with you, take this opportunity, because the difference between people that are rich and people that are poor, it's a decision. People that are constantly wanting more, desiring more, they just desire. Maybe pray and desire, but never act. Never decide. Never take that leap of faith. Take it today, because that number, it won't cost you a thing for you to take it today. Second of all, there's the diamond kit that you can purchase. That diamond kit is the difference. If I told you, okay, we're going to make a trip from here to Brazil, you want to go on a donkey or you want to go on the plane? If you tell me I want to go on the plane, diamond kit, it comes with a discount of $250, 15 of our best products. And I'm telling you this because if you're here tonight, you're probably either looking for time, you're either looking for money, or you're either looking for help. And I don't know if you're getting the feeling, but we got all three of those things here for you today. So diamond kit is here, plus the 50, and step number 4, be product of the product. You can't go present this opportunity and be all bummed out, all sicky and all down, all negative. You can't. A product of the product is you need to start working on your mind. You need to just consume the product so that on a monthly basis, you have a business that is open worldwide and share it with every single person you come across. That's what you gotta do. Now look, the rewards are endless. First of all, there is no company in the world in network marketing that'll pay you the next day. So I want you to look at the person next to you and tell them, hey, they'll pay you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I mean, what's up? I mean, are you listening to this? If you got no cash today, don't go Mimi's. Why would you? If you got rent to pay tomorrow, don't go Mimi's. Find somewhere where people are up, go talk to them. Who knows? I mean, I'm here telling you about a product that has the ability to correct the immune system, and you're going to go to sleep like nothing happened in your life? Is that what's going to happen? Because I tell you, when I finally got this, I couldn't sleep. I don't know, who couldn't sleep? Somebody, yeah, okay. Oh, plenty of you. All right. So look, first step, a reward that we have is, Forlight pays you 25% of your exceeding 100 points. So all you got to do, I see the product here, but all you got to do is you got to take your energy glow sticks for you, okay, if you go work out. But if you happen to have a chronic disease, a chronic illness, take your supplement for you, just whatever you need to take. You don't need to purchase anything else like other companies force you or require you. But that's all you got to do is whatever you need to take. That opens your business on a daily basis. But whatever you exceed from 100 points, you make 25%. If you want to make $900, if you want to make $225, okay, by the end of the month, all you got to do is move 1,000 points. And the person that invited you today can share this info with you. Example of rapid rewards number 2, for every person you enroll, you earn $100. What does that mean? And let me put it to you this way, okay? My daughter, she's 18. She came back from Mexico because she went a whole year to Mexico to be with her mom. And when she came back, 17 years old, she worked for like 3 months in a factory where my brother is the owner in Puebla. And when she came back, I called her over there and she said, I asked her, how much do you make a week? And she said, $80. And I said, wait a minute. Did the signal get lost? I was like, $80? This is Mexico, okay? Our country, I mean, where I'm from. $80 a week. What does that mean? And maybe for you here in California, you're living the lifestyle, or maybe like Kiana, she don't need those $100, right? But now she needs them. What does that mean? Go to share this with somebody. Talk to them about this opportunity. Product, edify our team, tell them about what you felt today, and for every diamond kit that enrolls in your system, and your downline report, and your front level, you get $100. Another rapid reward is Premier Power Pool, which you enroll 3 people, they repeat their order the next month, and then you get a bonus, just a bonus for enrolling people. But I know it's not there. Premier Pool is what happened to me in July 15th. And I was actually here in Palmdale. I had made international in June, so by July 15th, I was in Juanito and Ana Cruz's house, and I was so excited. I looked at my my payment that came in on July the 15th, and God really, by that amount, okay, just the bonus, because when you're international, you make 2% of worldwide sales. that distributed. Because you paid the price. Because you solidified, and the company basically says, thank you very much, Miguel, for putting up with all the things that you needed to put up. Here's this little bonus. Premier pool as an international. God really shut my mouth and said, stop complaining, stop whining, start doing, start thinking different. So how do you make money? I want to ask the people that came here for the first time, I want you to raise your hand if you're seriously interested in finding out how do we make money? How does the company pay you? Please raise your hand. Okay, what is your name? Renee, is this your first time listening to the opportunity? Renee, I'm going to use you as an example, okay? Pretend I tell you, Renee, you and I are going to, who invited you today? Armando, there you go, perfect, Armando. So what's going to happen, thank you, it's Armando, it's going to work with you and tell you, okay, let's make a list of 100 people. Everybody knows 100 people. Don't come to me saying, oh, I'm shy, I don't know people. You know, I find it amazing when people say, oh, I'm just shy, I don't know how to talk to people. And I look at them and I tell them, really? I've never met a mother that's been able to feed their kids shyness. Oh, Mom, I'm hungry. Oh, here, eat a taco of shyness. Right? So you know 100 people? There you go. Make a list of 100 people, okay? Now, I'm kind of giving you a little more info because I want you to walk away today. The English market is untouched. Untouched. All you got to do, we're recording it live, get this presentation, show it to them. You don't even need to know anything. Take that number, because with it, you make a list of 100 people and you share this opportunity with them. Whenever you want. I mean, can you make 100 phone calls between now and November 1st? Now, I expected that yes to be very powerful. Of course, yes. You know why? Because if you can put up with 94 no's, which I find it absolutely almost impossible. I mean, pretend you're going to talk to them, 100 people, about this, not only product, but the financial opportunity that this offers. I doubt that 94 people are going to be like, no, I'm okay. I still want my elbow to hurt. No, I'm okay. I want my glucose levels to be so high that I'm going to go blind next month. I don't think so, right? Do you think so? No. I mean, if I tell them, no, I want my child to remain autistic. I don't just say that lightly. I mean it, because if you share this with 100 people and pretend that really 94 people say no, but 6 people say yes, and everybody on a monthly basis consumes the product. I've never sold one product in this opportunity, not one. I've never gone Rio with the sticks and I've gone to somebody and say, here, it's $10, give me the $10. I've never done that. Don't do that. Sell the opportunity. Be excited. Believe it. Because then out of those 6 people, you're going to earn $30. Out of those $30, 6 people are going to share it with other 6. Listen, I am Brenda's 4th, 5th level. When I started this, guess who's the one that took me by the hand and said, okay, you seem like you got it. Sit down with me. I'm going to show you how to give this presentation. I'm going to show you about the product. It was Brenda. Please, Brenda, rise and give her a round of applause. I am on 4th level. I am international. She's presidential. And we're both very happy. Look, 36 people, everybody consuming their product, right? Club 250 gives you the opportunity to get more product at a cheaper price. And if you want to participate in Club 250, it's amazing. You all need to do Club 250, period, end of story. Why? Because you get a bonus, you get raffles, you get all these benefits. Plus, you get samples so you can try it, give people to try. So 36 people, now you start seeing cash. The secret, what is your name again? Renee. The secret to this, I'm going to give it to you, okay? The secret to this is helping and serving. It's totally contrary to the world out there and the employment system. Because I'm sorry to say this, as a boss, I couldn't help a lot any of my employees because they were ready to take my job. It's true or is it not true?
Yeah.
In here, do the opposite. Serve, help. Even if they don't want to, call them up. You're the one that's making this opportunity. So 36 people will generate you $1,200. Would that help your life? How fast can you make $1,200? As fast as you can. Armando's going to be driving, and you're going to put your foot on the gas pedal. Press it as hard as you can, and make sure Armando leads you the right way. Because he will. Because he's part of all this INT, California, and now in English! 36 people are going to share it with other 6, which is 216 people. Everybody repeating, say it with me, the same system. Same thing. It's duplication. 216 people consuming the product that they need. For my family, we consume on a monthly basis close to 500 points. Just so you could get an idea. I have my daughter, I have my partner, my mom lives with me, so 500 points in the whole family. Pretty decent. I mean, why would I brush my teeth with another toothpaste that is not my company's toothpaste? No fluoride in my toothpaste. And transfer factors in it. Why would I do Colgate? Why? Right? Makes no sense. So by substituting a couple of items at home, you can have a business. 216 people consuming the product, repeating the system, and now you get almost $6,000. Say it with me, wow!
Wow!
That was a lame one. Say it with me, wow!
Wow!
You know why? Because when I made international, that's when it happened. That's when I saw my check and I was like, Anna doesn't even know. I was sitting on her sofa in the living room and I couldn't wait. It was like 12:01. I was like, oh, I need to check how much came in. It came in, I started crying. Because I paid the price. It hasn't been easy for me. It hasn't. But I paid the price. And the amount of money that I got as an international, especially that bonus, oh, very sweet. What happens? That doesn't end then. 4Life pays you infinite. Okay? If I am a Brenda's 5th level, that means I have a 16th level on my report. So then Brenda has a 17th level. No, 20th level. You get it? So these 6 people that you shared it with other people. 216 people, everybody consuming the product, running the system. Some are going to do it aggressively and go really hard at it, committed, determined, diligently. Some are going to take their time. Let them take as many times as they want. 206 people turns into 296 people, everybody consuming the product, and then you see almost $27,000. And I want you to stay with this, okay? Stay with me for a minute because this is a franchise type of business. There's one system. You learn it well, you teach it well. And by helping and serving a certain number of people, you can be financially free. There's a difference between financial security and financial freedom. People that work or have a business traditionally, perhaps could be financially secure because they have a paycheck on a bi-weekly basis. But this is financial freedom. If you serve, if you help. And I'm going to introduce the person that's going to wrap this first part of the rally up. And I'm going to speak about her because when I met her, it was an instant like. A woman of results, a woman who speaks so soft. She's a great mother. She's a great and kind human being. The times that I've asked for her help, she's never hesitated. She's put up with me many times. She's one of my uplines. She's a great mentor. She's a great leader. And she's here to show you that, yes, it can be done. By thinking different, by looking at your dream, your children in her case, and you will make it. She's Gold International Diamond. Please rise. Give it up for Analia Lopez.
Thank you. Give it back to you, Miguel. Awesome.